skill players on offense stood out to you today?
Man, I thought the running backs as an entire group did some really positive things. Dylan Sampson made some people miss, did a great job pressing double teams. Cam Selden did a really nice job running the football, did a good job taking care of it. Deshaun Bishop, there were a lot of really good things from that running back room in particular.
With the running backs performing well, does that mean the offensive line had maybe a better day than they did on Saturday? Or?
Watching the video will tell the true story. I did think in general that they did a good job on the first and second level and created some space. All of those pieces play off of each other. The offensive line take on double teams, good in their identifications. I thought the tight ends did a really good job on some of the second level things that they were asked to do. And the running backs ran hard. They ran with good pad level.
Has what Deshaun Bishop been able to do been surprising to you at all?
No, we thought he was a really good player coming in. I think it's really hard as a are you guys okay? You want to turn that off?
Can we turn it off? Has he surprised you at all?
Didn't I already answer that question?
No.
I'm just kidding. He didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? Not surprised in what Deshaun's done. I say that he's handled the transitioning into college football extremely well. But we thought he was extremely athletic. I thought he had great vision, pace as a running back coming out of high school. He's done a really good job of handling the communication system and it not being too big for him since day one. Proud of what he's done.
What about wide receiver? Anything jump out to you with those guys?
No, I mean there were some positives, some big plays. We had a couple drops in the middle of the football field that had an opportunity to be a big play too. That group's got to continue to grow in their understanding, operating efficiently. I think that's an area that group can continue to get better at. But they've been highly competitive, been physical, and done a really nice job all spring.
Defensively, you seemed pretty pleased with Saturday. Was it better in some ways, worse in some ways today?
Yeah, I didn't think the tackling in the open field was as good and consistent as it was the other day. Gave up a couple of big runs. You got to be gap integrity, and you got to tackle well. There were times that it was really efficient, really good on the defensive side of the ball. There were a couple of big plays that we gave up that you can't do.
How the quarterbacks look today?
All in all, I thought they operated really well. We put them in some situations, game management, 4-minute situation at the end of the game. There's a lot of things that we can learn in that. We've hit that the first 2 scrimmages. Excuse me. I think there's some things that we can get better at in that. But, taking care of the football, being smart decision makers, handling communication, handling the pace, everybody's done a really nice job.
How much do you feel Nico's understanding of the offense is coming along?
Continuing growing. He's a long ways away from being where we need him to, but that's understandable. Where he's at this part in spring ball, really happy with what he's done, his work ethic, attention to detail, ability to rebound, and how intentional he is in the way that he works. He's continued to get better every time that he gets on the field, which is what you want to see out of young guys.
What do you like what Cam Selden's given for you right now?
Yeah, I just thought today, the last couple of practices have been really solid from him. He's ran with good pad level. He's a guy that's transitioning from playing a lot out in space to being at the running back position really full time. He's continuing to grow in his understanding how to press the line of scrimmage and understand how things are going to be blocked versus different fronts. He took good care of the football today. He got pad under pad. He finished +2. A lot of positives.
What can you see differently from a scrimmage in here that you can't see in just a normal practice?
Yeah, I think coaches being off on the sidelines, the players being able to handle, solve problems while they're out there. They have to do that on their own. They got to handle, being able to reload from one play to the next, handling game situations as you continue to drive the football. It's as real as it's going to be up until we get to kick off in Nashville next September.
Where do you feel like you are at offensive tackle? You had some experience there, some competition.
Yeah, great competition up front, and guys that are continuing to compete. We're deeper in that room, so much deeper than we were when we first got here and last year too. So there's really good competition, and that drives all of us to be better. Each of them have a little bit different skill set, but at the end of the day, I feel like all of them can be really efficient and effective in the run game, and have done a nice job in pass protection throughout the course of spring ball.
Sounds like there was a whole lot of work done at the line of scrimmage today. You talk about the run game and those sort of things. Was there more emphasis within the box today?
Heavy emphasis of being able to be efficient with the run game. Some of the situational football dictates that you want to be able to run the football, talking about the 4-minute situation at the end. All in all, for us, we want to maintain balance in what we do. The line of scrimmage is extremely important. You got to dominate that on both sides of the line of scrimmage, defensively and offensively.
Should those running backs, you mentioned those younger running backs, think that they have a chance in the fall when Jabari is back and Jalen is healthy to get in the rotation, or are they?
We're going to need them all. There's times where you stay really healthy for a really long period of time. You never know when your opportunity is going to come. We're going to need all of these guys throughout the course of the season. Competition, iron sharpens iron. We're going to need that absolutely. Everybody on this roster better believe that they got an opportunity to play next fall and continue to sharpen their skills. And that's fundamentals. It's technique. It's understanding what we do offensively, defense, special teams. It's being able to be a mature competitor and handle everything that comes at you.
Where did you see the freshman linebackers improve from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2?
Yeah, I see a lot more from those guys is we get a chance to sit in and evaluate the tape. Are their eyes on the right keys? Are they playing over the top? Are they being able to be disruptive and disrupt blocks? I really like that group as a whole. They're smart, they're competitive, they're great teammates, and they've been nothing but extremely intentional in the way that they've worked every practice out on the grass. They're athletic, they got great ability to move, should be able to help us on teams. I'll see how they played today when we get a chance to watch. Walk in and watch the tape.
Did you get more of a look at Dante Thornton today?
Did not get a ton of work with Dante. Got some yesterday out on the practice field. He's got a lot of the skill sets that we're looking for, and back half of spring ball continuing to develop them.
What role or responsibility does Joe have in understanding the run game? Not him running, but understanding how to run the offense through the run game.
Our guys control everything. I don't think there's anybody in America that puts more on their quarterbacks. Run checks, run pass checks, loaded boxes, alerts, kills. They got to do it all. And so he's highly instrumental in the efficiency and effectiveness of our run game.
He's progressing in that then, you think, in the spring?
Yeah, I think he's got really good command of what we're doing. At the line of scrimmage, out on the perimeter, his eyes being in the right place to identify his keys and take him to the next progression. That's in the run game, that's in the pass game too.
You got anything else? I think a couple days off this weekend and back for last week. What's your message for your team going into the final week?
At the end of the day, you got to reset and reload. When we come back next week, you control. You got to win each rep. You got to win each period. You got to win each day. This has been a great group, and their consistency. That's the mental side of it in the meeting room. How they've been physically and mentally out on the practice field. They've been awesome. Expect that, the back third of spring ball. Next week's a huge week for our development as a program in every phase, at every position, with every guy on our roster. They're going to finish today pretty early, noon, have a chance to get with their families, enjoy the weekend. If they're not going home, spend time with us as a staff. And, Sunday night, we'll have a team meeting, be ready to reload and get after it Monday morning.
Thank you.
Guys, appreciate it.